I am back for redemption. So I actually had this wrong. A lot of you guys, like here, and here, pointed out that this is wrong, and it is. I finally learned from my mistake. This is wrong. This is not how you would deploy a radial. I don't know why the antenna came with a radial connector to the antenna. So I have changed it up. Instead of putting the radial here on the antenna, I have bought this from Home Depot, or actually it was Lowe's. The extra connector that comes with this antenna, I attached it to here, clamped it down. Now all I have to do is add the radial to the middle of the screw and it should work. Some of you guys suggested to solder it, but I'm deciding not to solder it because I don't want to ruin this. I want to use this for other projects. So we're going to see if we can somehow get the radial in here. Okay, and here is the product that I have made. Soldered my radial to a larger gauge of a wire. This wire can be clamped on by the screw here. And so it should work like this. Please tell me in the comments if this doesn't work. And for some reason I'm just being stupid again. I can redo this probably. But we're gonna go test it outside now, and hopefully this works. We're outside and I have figured out that this is actually really inefficient. Number one, you would have to screw this back thing off the G90, and then trying to screw this on with this piece on is just like almost impossible. So plan B is going to be much easier, and I just thought of it when I was building actually. So I'm going to go do that, desolder all this, re-put it back together, and I'll show you what I come up with. So now what I've created, screw the radial right onto here. It should work just like this. So let's go outside and test this out. All right, so we're out here. Turn on the G90 here. Oopsies, hang on, double check my key. So we are at SWR's 1-to-1. One thing that this guy that's popped on the screen, he commented that I was accidentally switching the inductor and the variable capacitor while I was on the SWR screen, and that is correct because on the SWR screen you are transmitting a little bit of around 1 watt, I believe it is, and you can hurt the forget what it's called, but it's on the comment up on the screen. We can receive the signal here that the guy is sending. I also see another signal down here, over here, and a couple actually other. Let me see if I can find someone on POTA, and I will try to get their contact. So I did some testing, and this thing is actually now pretty bad, except for that one time that I was able to get one contact. I now do not recommend this antenna, honestly. SWR was going wild, and I don't know why. If you're gonna get an antenna, even though this is really portable, I would recommend either an MFET half wave, because what's an antenna if you can't make contact, you know? Even though this is really portable, really small and really cheap, it's not really efficient. So I'm actually gonna have to give this around a 4 or 5 out of 10. Portability is nice, but I've only been able to make one contact, and I was just out here for a good bit trying to get some POTA contacts, and I usually get them pretty fast, so I do not recommend getting this antenna anymore. Hopefully this is the last video of this antenna. This was my part 2, so thanks for y'all watching.